In this video, we're going to show a technique for putting the 4-bike Thule T2 Pro XTR onto a van. And we're going to take advantage of the fact that, in our case anyhow, there's a curb at the end of the driveway that allows you to lower the level of the vehicle relative to the driveway. So we're going to try to see if we can just exploit that to make it easier to put the post of the unit into the receiver of the car. Okay, so here's a close-up of trying this technique, and this is for the first time, so you've seen it here. Okay, that's easy. And then lift from the, you can't see what I'm doing, but it's just lifting, actually not lifting, just tilting. I'm not having to bear the weight of the whole thing. And then at some point, you're lined up, and in it goes. Okay, so of course then you have to pull out the pin and push it in the rest of the way. But that's very straightforward. Now, if that's not easy enough, you can just get yourself a little ramp, and that will, of course, reduce the amount of tilt that you have to do. Let's see how that works. So here we come, using the ramp technique. It's just a tilting exercise. There's no lifting involved. Get it set up into the lip. Oops. There's still some finesse required, of course. And then, once it's in the receiver, just tilt it up until it gets in line, and then it will just slide in. Taking it out is also quite a bit easier with this technique, because you just, it's not as far for it to go. Taking it out is also easier with this technique, because there's not so far for the ramp to go. You can even just tilt it out of there like I did there. So that's what I'd recommend. The wheels off the curb technique works well also with the canoe, of course. This is an Atlas, kind of a taller vehicle. It can be a little challenging to get the canoe up, especially by yourself. But with the car tilted down, now notice it's at a tilt here because I want to do this at the same time as I'm using the Thule. And so when you're putting the Thule on, using the aforesaid tilt technique, the handlebar, in my case, will hit the canoe. But there's enough room. You can maneuver the canoe off to the side to enable the Thule to go on. That's just gonna work. All right, fully decked out. Got all the bikes on. Plenty of clearance for the canoe. Well, not plenty, but enough. And batten the hatch, pretty easy to put it on the car. Plenty of space back here. The Thule, I mean, you got so much space. You can work back there. And the only nuance here was this bike handle was running into this bike handle, so I loosened these bolts and rotated it, so I got to remember to put that back together. But other than that, and here's the little locks. The cable's not very long, so all you can really do is go through the body. There's not enough length in the cable to also grab the tire, unfortunately. Okay, and they recommend having the arm, the crook arm, up in like that position. We'll take it for a test ride. And there we go. Steady so far. Pulling out into traffic here. No traffic, but you know what I mean. Can't keep up. So as far as we can tell, everything was fine. Driver didn't notice any slippage. I didn't see anything. All the connecting points still seem snug. The bikes are solid. Thing to check is, do these bars slip? You gotta really crank them down, put pressure so that they're like biting into the tire. Otherwise they can slip, I think. Okay.